For this part of the video, we're gonna talk about how to choose a cow. Same thing again for Dennis. 7 days a week, right, Dennis?
7 days a week, we milk cows. Do something with the milk.
How do you get through the mundane?
Well, you do need breaks. You need a friend to come in and help you with your cows, or you need to leave the cows with their calves and take a break for a weekend or something. You definitely need a break. I highly recommend working together with other people, a friend or a neighbor who can milk your cow for a few days when you're gone. It's really important. We do it with interns. I mean, that's how we do it. But
skim in the front, cream in the back. Man, those pigs are gonna be happy. Happy pigs. Good morning, little calf. You say good morning to the calf, Mr. Brown? Bye. Here. Bye, he said. Is that all you could say? Here, let's catch the calf. Come here, pet the calf. Good. Oh, nice. Nice calf. Come on, go pet the calf. Good. Yeah.
Goodbye, man.
Alright, now let it go. There they go, out into the pasture. Today, it's gonna be a special vlog. While I'm here at Full Circle Farm, I need to create a movie for the Grow Network's online summit that's coming up. I think it airs in June. It's gonna be a long way away, but we gotta get our videos in now. I get the privilege of doing mine on how to keep a family cow. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know we kept a family cow. You remember Willow, Scarlet, all those guys? For 2 years, it was one of the most wonderful experiences of my life. So I'm gonna create a multi-part, probably 4 or 5 parts on keeping a family cow. How do you select one? How do you maintain the health? How do you hand milk a cow? But one part is gonna be how to actually select a cow. I'm gonna include that in the vlog today. Now, if you want the rest of the how to keep a family cow movie, I'll leave a link down below where you can sign up for my email list, and I'll let you know as soon as that free summit comes out. You can get my movie and many other people's movies, David the Good, all kinds. I think at least 30 speakers go into this thing, so it's gonna be good. For yourself, how do you pick one out? You probably don't know. If you're gonna go somewhere and you've got some choices, you probably don't even know what breeds. So look, I've got Dennis here from Full Circle Farm. He's a pro dairyman. How long you been dairy farming?
Well, I grew up on a dairy farm the first 20 years of my life, and then 13 years now since we came back.
So I would say you know a little something.
I've selected a few cows. A lot of people think I have a nice looking herd of cows. They just don't realize how many I went through to get these pretty ones. So
what are some breeds some people need to think about as they start looking into a good family cow?
Heritage breeds like the Milking Devon and the Dexter, and Jersey and Holsteins are all right. Holsteins not so good, but Jerseys are okay. But if you're looking for double A2, which you should probably, go with the Jersey, Milking Devon, or other heritage breeds.
And when he says double A2, for those that you don't know, explain that a little bit.
Double A2 has a beta casein protein that might be more digestible for those of us who have digestive issues or irritable bowel or Crohn's or something like that.
When I try to explain it to people, I say it's more digestible, just like goat milk. Like some people can't have cow's milk, they'll say, but they can have goat milk.
Well, all goats are double A2.
That's right. Yeah. So I would say you could still get that in cows, and people are pleasantly surprised when I tell them that.
So here's one of my ideal cows.
So yeah, okay, tell us why that's a good cow. Let's go look at it.
She's small. Belle is very small, and the one thing you want to look for is you don't want some gigantic cow with very long legs. Why? Well, number one, if you have a family cow, you're going to want to do it naturally, and grass feeding is natural, so you're going to want the cow to graze and get her own food off of your land. A big cow has to eat a gigantic amount of food to maintain the body, and then the rest she can put into milk. A little cow has less body to maintain, and so she can take less time maintaining that little frame, and then she can put more into milk more quickly. She can use her food to make milk. So Belle is an ideal cow from the standpoint of just size. She's a very, very good cow. She's had 5 babies, so she's about 7 or 8 years old. You don't want to buy an old cow possibly, and you might not want a real young heifer who might be hard to train to milk. Belle would be an ideal cow. She was a family cow. We got her from a family. She's just a good, friendly little cow.
So you're looking for short legs.
There's all kind of things like teat size. If you're going to hand milk, you want at least a half decent large size teat, so you can get a good squirt of milk when you're milking. So they milk fast and efficiently. If you get the modern hyped up cow, dairy cows have real small teats, and then they're hard to hand milk.
Say somebody's buying a heifer. Well, and what I mean by a heifer, for those that don't know, is a heifer is a female cow that hasn't given birth yet. It's young.
So one time I bought a cow, and the seller knew, but I didn't know, that she was pregnant to a very large bull.
Oh boy.
She died in birth. She was a little miniature Jersey cow who was bred to a large Charolais bull. Bad news, she couldn't have the calf. So the way I avoid birthing problems with my cows is to breed them to heritage breeds again, who produce very small calves, real small calves, and then there's really no birthing issues. Demeanor, you definitely want to be able to go out and possibly touch her if you can. You don't want a cow that turns around and runs away. You would want a cow that would more approach.
Would you avoid getting, I had this situation where I was thinking about buying a heifer from a nice herd. They were A2, but they hadn't handled the heifer. So this heifer wouldn't have been handled. Would you just say totally get away from that, or would you say you can train that?
You can train them. Hopefully you have some time before she has her calf, and you can take her home and feed her by hand, out of a bucket or by hand, literally. Feed her and pet her and calm her down, work her into a milk stall and calm her down and train her. But if she's going to have a calf tomorrow, if she's imminent, you don't have time to do that. That could be a problem. And it could be a problem for a new person who's not used to cows. I could take that cow and milk her, no problem. I have a system and a stall set up to do that. But a lot of people are going to be milking in a simple milk stall without that system to train a cow.
So tell me, Dennis, I mean, you have 30 or so cows here, right?
Yep.
They're not all your best cows, and you've showed us a couple. You've showed us a couple that would be great for family cows. Show us one that would not. Show us and how you could tell. Show us a bad milker.
Okay, so like this cow right here.
Come on, we'll get closer.
Is part Holstein and part Jersey. She's predominantly Jersey, but she's too big. She's just too big. So
and we would just compare her to the other ones. If we're out here selecting one, we just compare her to the other ones to know if she's too big.
Yeah, well, like Belle is really small, but even this one is smaller, and this one. But what happens with a cow like this, and I really, in particular, do not like or do not choose Holstein Jerseys crosses very often, because number one, a very low percentage are A2, and number two, you have a big pushy cow. You have the bigness, the large size of the Holstein, and the stubbornness of a Jersey. And boy, I tell you, they can push you around and be a hard one to use as a family cow.
Okay.
So the smaller the better.
In review, and correct me if I don't name them all, but some things to look for. First of all, A2 genetics. If you can't, A2. You're gonna have to ask the people. They're gonna think you're crazy. And if you want some support on that, read the book Devil in the Milk. I'll leave that in the show notes. They're gonna think you're crazy, but ask them. They're gonna have to pull tail feathers, or tail feathers. They're gonna have to pull tail hairs and send it off to a lab. I think you can find out where that is. Ask Mr. Google Pants, or get that book Devil in the Milk, and you can find out how to get them tested. And we've done that. We've sent it off and got ours tested, and we insisted on the A2. So after you've gotten A2 genetics, if you can, then you want a short leg, you want a good demeanor, And you want reasonably sized teats because you're gonna be hand milking most likely.
Heritage breed if you can.
Heritage breed, because they're gonna eat more, they're gonna eat better off the land. Like we got the American milking Devon because they're supposed to be able to graze not just the best grasses. They can survive better.
They haven't been bred for 50 years for grain and higher production.
Right.
They've been bred for grazing.
And not only are they good grazers and will graze more stuff and do better on poor grass, they'll forage. They'll forage, and that means they'll get food off the trees better than some other cows.
They'll give less milk,
yeah.
But normally it's higher in fat and protein than a Jersey. Not much, but a little bit. But how much milk does a family want? Do you want 5 gallons a day to deal with?
No.
That can be an issue. 1 or 2 gallons is normally good for a family.
Bringing in the goods. Got the shepherdess taking the goats out. Heard them right under the fence. They'll hang out in there all day, Lily?
No, just for a few hours.
Okay. Well, they're loving it. Fresh green grass. All right, Mr. Brown, let's go in and make us a brunch. That sounds nice, a Sunday brunch. Sunday brunch time, guys.
Yeah.
Eggs from Pete's, sausage from Full Circle Farm. Dan's joining us. Tessa's joining us.
And Matt is too.
Matt is too.
Yeah.
Good morning, guys. Have y'all had your breakfast?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, he's looking at me like I'm crazy. Of course I had breakfast. It's 11:30. We're taking it easy, having a Sunday brunch. Mama's inside taking it easy. She's gonna come out soon. And later today, just do laundry. Not much going on. Tomorrow's gonna be an exciting day. In the morning, we're gonna move the pigs to New Forest. And in the evening, we're gonna have an ice cream party with you guys. How are you doing on this restful day?
I'm good.
Got some watermelon.
And I was just laying down with Mr. Brown in the bed. He's taking a nap, and I'm feeling a little worn down from just going so much. So today I'm taking.
You're having a recharge.
I'm having a recharge, a rest and recharge. So.
And I guess you could say I did too, because I got 8 hours sleep last night.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, I know. So tired. Just been going. Gotta do laundry though. Still, I just can't take too much of a break.
Our rest day includes doing laundry, cleaning the bus.
Well, yeah. I mean, we have kids, so rest days when you have kids just aren't rest days. They're less work days.
Lily's feeling a little worn out too. But guys, you gotta see this face. Look at this face. You've been having fun. That's a face that's been having fun. So dirty. Got your little watermelon kicking back, getting some rest. You get some rest, little girl. You get some rest, okay? And Mr. Brown, he doesn't have a problem getting any rest. He's passed